Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bhavna Paul, and I'm founder of my company Be Ahead. And Be Ahead has been working since 2012. And the core areas where we work is for women empowerment, and we work for a lot of wellness. We work for a lot of holistic health. So, and also we are, every means we are touching all kind of people. I'm a counselor myself. I'm a psychologist, so I help out people in different ways, and plus I've done my different therapies. So it's holistic way of bringing wellness in the society. That is what I like, and I promote that. And we call different experts to talk about on the holistic wellness. And the today's we've got the honor to get some time from Dr. Anita Chaudhary. So I would like to give a small introduction about our guest of the day today. And she is OB gynecologist, and she is very, very passionate about her profession, and she wants everyone should have a normal delivery. When I was delivering my child, my dream was also the same, Dr. Anita, ki delivery normal honi chahiye, because I had a fear कि अगर वो C-sec हुआ and उसके बाद पता नहीं क्या क्या होता है. So that was also my dream, and my gyna was also pretty good, and she helped me to deliver normal delivery. So very few people are like this who are so passionate about doing it normally. And then she is basically promoting a program called Garbh Sanskar, जिसके बारे में हम और जानेंगे डॉक्टर से. And plus she is a art of living, she's on a journey with art of living also. I think she's been doing that from 2004, doctor, if I'm not wrong. You started in 2004, and now she is a faculty member also of that art of living. So isn't it wonderful? From her busy schedule, seeing patients and doing, being a gynecologist, she is into so many other things which are very holistic. And that's the good thing I like about her. And more, we will talk to her and ask her what more she has into her kitty to discuss with our audience. So, ma'am, सबसे पहले आपका यहाँ आने का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू सो वेरी मच, यू टुक आउट टाइम एंड आप इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे बोल रहे हैं हमारे ऑडियंस के साथ. एंड आई एम रियली होपफुल कि आज बहुत सीखने को भी मिलेगा हमें आपसे. तो सबसे पहले एक क्वेश्चन मैं आपसे मैम पूछना चाहूंगी कि आपका ओबी गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट, हाउ इज दिस डिफरेंट फ्रॉम बीइंग अ गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट?
Namaste, and thank you, Bhavna ji, for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here. I just want to share my smile with everybody that who is listening to us. OBS gynae, generally people say gynecologist. It's not just gynecology, it's obstetrics and gynecology. In OBS, we're generally dealing with pregnancy and its related complications. Right. And gynecology is the diseases of the women that they have.
Okay.
So these are actually two segments, but being women, we are doing everything together. So that is how I'm an OBS gynae. OB Gyna, that's what we call it now.
So the second thing that ma'am you do it very passionately is like getting normal deliveries, right? And उसके लिए आपका एक program भी आप चलाते हो, गर्भ संस्कार. So can you elaborate little more on that and tell our audience what is that all about?
See, we are all living beings on this planet. The birds, the animals, all sync with the nature. Likewise, even we humans need to sync with the nature because we're drifting away from that. And having a normal, natural birth is actually natural, no? So why should we go against the nature and go in for too much of cesareans? Most of the times, the doctors are blamed for cesareans, but I think the other way around. The girls are mentally not prepared. The families are not prepared. So they give a lot of negative feedback. Oh, tumse to nahi hoga. No, you are so weak. You will not be able to take the pain. So that the girl has already lost the battle. So when I saw this thing in my practice, I realized there is something that I really need to do from the budding stage. Not when they come to me in labor. I have to start, preparing them for a normal delivery. So on my first visit, when these girls came and I told them double line and you're pregnant, they would be like so stressed. I said, my God, this is a time to be happy.
Right.
And then I realized that there is something that I need to do for these girls.
Mm.
And this Google has become such a challenge for everybody.
Mm.
They'll go back, they look up for the signs, they look up for everything, and they get so tense.
Right.
And stress has a very, very negative effect on the pregnancy, on the mother, and on the baby.
Very
And it's not just the mother and child bond. If we don't deliver a healthy child, it is such a problem for the parents and a burden for the society as well. So
true.
that can be managed just by counseling from the beginning, that you can do it. We did it, our mothers did it. That is the nature's
Very
way.
true.
So if we just put in little efforts and we are little patient, the doctor is
Yes.
patient, the patient and their attendants need to be really calm and not put pressure on the doctor. Do something, do something. Nature will take its own time. And that is what normal delivery is all about.
So I'll tell you, I had one of my friend only when she got pregnant. I was also pregnant and she was also pregnant. We were pregnant together. And she wanted, she had decided a date for her child. And my date was also given in May and her was in April. And through astrology consultancy and whatnot, she said, okay, these are the only days when my child would be born because they are very auspicious days. और मैं इसी टाइम पे डिलीवरी चाहूंगी और उन्होंने उन्हीं गायना से कराई जो उस टाइम पे शी कुड डिलीवर एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम ओनली. So somehow she could have delivered, later also, but then she was very particular for that day, and she went for not normal delivery, and she went for the cesarean delivery. So I've seen people are doing all these things. So do you think ये मतलब अच्छा है? मतलब मेरे को तो उस टाइम अच्छा नहीं लगा. Because I said मैं तो natural way पे जाऊंगी, जो डेट है उसी पे करेंगे, जो टाइम है उसी पे करेंगे, leave it on the nature. जो आएगा आएगा, बहुत अच्छा है जो भी आएगा. But there are people who do such kind of plannings. इस पे आप कुछ बोलना
Yeah, there
चाहोगे?
are patients. There are patients, but I feel you are going against the nature. आप अपने बच्चे की किस्मत नहीं बना सकते हो. There is a bigger divine power which is managing everything. Sometimes we have very limited thought and we say, अच्छा ये ग्रह है, ये सब देखते हैं. I know somebody and they had also got it done. Suddenly they come, no ma'am, you have to do it now. So I did it at night. That was like 9:30 in the night. They wanted at that time. And it was a baby girl, very beautiful. जब कुंडली बनी बाद में पता लगा कि वो तो घोर मंगली निकली. I said, had you waited for a normal delivery, इस संकट से आप बच सकते थे. So I don't think so. We can actually, start from that level. Be with the nature, sync with the nature. That is what I learned by joining Art of Living. Meditation, keeping your mind balanced and not Googling too much. You listen to everybody, but do what you feel is right. Sometimes we come under so much of pressure from our in-laws, from our mother's side, from our friends, maybe some astrologer friend. So I personally don't advise these things at all.
So, like Garbh Sanskar ke baare mein, when we are talking about that, so you give, I think you have your online patients and you're giving a lot of consultancy and you're focusing a lot over there because that's your passion. Like you are giving the seed. When the seed is there, how you are nurturing that inside yourself. So for that, what all you are doing? Are you giving some special classes to them? Can you just elaborate on that also?
Yeah. So I started with Garbh Sanskar classes, and these are 16 sanskar जो हमारे हिंदू सनातन धर्म में है. So these are those sanskars. After you get married, it starts. It doesn't start with conception or pregnancy. It starts much before that, during the planning phase. No, जैसा बीज बोएंगे वैसा ही पौधा होगा. So that is the most ideal period. But then many people don't know about it. So once they get pregnant, they get in touch with us because we've lost those sanskars somewhere. So if you missed out on that, it is still not too late. If there is darkness in your life, you just need to switch on a bulb. So anytime you start, even if it is 2 days before your expected date of delivery, something is better than nothing. So these girls, I take them through an entire journey, and it is not just the girls, it is their husbands as well. It is their family also, because the entire environment is making the child's environment.
Right, right.
A girl wants to be happy, but if there's some panchayat around her, she will not be happy, no? So it is important to counsel and change the mindset of everybody at home. And
Mhm.
what you have to see, what kind of TV you have to watch, what kind of series you have to see, what kind of friends and relatives that you need to talk to.
Right,
Talk to anybody in pregnancy, you have so much of free advice and so many horror
right.
stories. Oh my God, I went through this happened, that
Uh,
happened. And those are actually so scary. So I advise my girls not to talk to
very
those kind of things and relatives who are going to
very
scare
true.
you.
Very true.
And I want some encouraging people, some positive people around these girls who can
Mhm.
actually take you through the beautiful journey. The
Right.
destination is important. Having a
Yes.
baby is definitely important, but you have to enjoy the
Try
journey
that.
every moment.
So I
So
think
when
you're
the
giving
baby is
that, positivity to all these girls throughout their journey. I think you're creating that.
yeah, and I take live classes. I have no recording sessions. I take only live
Wonderful.
classes so that I can interact with them. So
Okay.
once the girl is pregnant, 12 to 14 weeks, then I ask them to go in for a Punswan Sanskar. So
Oh,
that is a puja in which the girl is told what to eat, how to think, how her behavior should be. And then towards the end, 8th month, baby shower, that is called Simantun
oh.
and Sanskar. So these
Hmm.
are three sanskars which are done during pregnancy, and one is started before pregnancy. So these sanskars, we have to come up with these to bring change in the next generation.
Very true.
Most of us complain about our children are not listening, they're
Hmm.
not respecting. It is not their fault, we missed out somewhere. Whatever the mother is thinking, her
Hmm.
every thought is
Yes,
making the a child's world. So
very
your every emotion is creating so many hormonal changes in the body. So if you are happy, your baby will automatically be happy.
very
And you'll
true.
be
So true.
surprised to know we have
Hmm.
60,000 thoughts every day.
Yes, I know.
And surprisingly, most of them are negative.
Very true.
We really need to think positive, only then we can have 1,000 positive thoughts.
Yeah, more.
But these 1,000 positive thoughts can be very, very powerful, and those 59 negative thoughts can get subdued just by these powerful positive thoughts.
वंडरफुल हमारे तो जैसे हमने महाभारत में भी देखा है आपने कैसे अर्जुन के लिए वही गर्भ संस्कार में ही उनको सब सिखा दिया गया था सो इट रिलेट्स
Yes.
लाइक इट्स देयर आई कैन वेरी वेल रिलेट विद इट कि ये तो है ही पर अब somehow people don't have aware because of the modern age so modern age everything is more Google.
Yes.
Yeah,
Google
that's
Baba has
become
actually.
Google Baba has taken place of everything. So I'm so
Yeah.
happy you are spreading this awareness, and through this program also we can reach out to so many people who are at right now also if they are pregnant, so they can be in touch with you and they can have a change and the future and the baby that will come would be a one. Can you just share any story after after delivery, any of your patients who have shared the story of their baby and what was their experiences throughout?
Okay. I had this, the baby had delivered on 29th December last year.
Okay.
And they are a family friends ki bahu ka bachcha hai.
Mm-hmm.
So they had come here for a wedding, 24th June, and we
Right.
all met in that wedding. And I took that little kid, and that little kid just stared at me constantly. He wouldn't even blink. Everybody was zapped because his mother was hearing my voice every day.
Right.
So maybe the kid recognized the voice and it reciprocated so nicely. लग रहा था पता नहीं कितने जन्मों बाद हम दोनों मिले हैं.
Oh,
And it was
wow.
so beautiful. And that
Wonderful
child doesn't
experience.
cry at all. Only when he's hungry or when he really needs something.
Mm,
इतना calm, इतना sweet, किसी की भी गोदी में चले जाता है. So very
wonderful.
friendly child.
I
And
remember,
I have a lot
they
of stress on breastfeeding.
जी breastfeeding जब करते हैं after the baby. So yes, you have got
Breastfeeding is so important these days.
yes.
I find 100% of my patients have challenges, but I
Mm,
am so strict when it comes to that. So in Garbh Sanskar, I'm glad that all my girls, all means
mm.
all my girls do exclusive breastfeeding.
Wow, wow,
It is
that's so
challenging for them for
nice.
the 1 or 2 days. Their
Yes,
families put pressure. The pediatrician tells them something. The hospital
yes.
staff tells them, but they are very adamant. No, we are going to only breastfeed. In fact,
That's so
that is the only food available for the child. Why are we giving some? giving all this formula feed is like Swiggy and Zomato.
Right. See, I can relate what you are talking. जब आप वो बात करें ना, you hold the baby. So if you remember that movie Three Idiots, and that when Amir Khan is holding the baby and the baby is not speaking and he says all is well and all is well, and the baby starts crying. So that is
It
actually
actually
true.
works.
It actually
It
works,
actually
and
works.
it's so true also. क्योंकि हम लोग देखते हैं कि मूवी में तो ऐसे ही सब कुछ दिखाया जाता है कि नहीं, पर there is some relation in that also. So I could really relate with that जब आप बोल रहे थे. So that's so wonderful. So ma'am, what else like art of living भी आप कर रहे हैं, then you are doing your profession, career also. So how do you get this energy and time to do so many things, and you're always smiling and bubbling?
Yes, multitasking. So, khali dimag shaitan ka ghar. So I
It
have
is
no
that.
time to think about all the things and drain myself. Then
Hmm.
my morning starts early. So I start with exercises, pranayam, sudarshan kriya, and some more deep meditations I go into. So that really is my energy booster. And
Mhm.
then I do walking, 30 minutes of walking in
Mhm.
the sun. So I get
Oh.
my quota of my vitamin D.
Mhm.
And I am a master athlete also. But for the last 2 years, I think
Oh.
everything is on a
Ah,
standstill.
that's
I
very
love
well.
cycling. So I'm a
Yeah.
very, very, sporty kind of person. And I just
Wonderful.
know one thing, there is no reason for me to be sad or feel low.
Very true. So you're
And my
always
Garb
in
Sanskar
action. I
is
think
very
you are
deep.
always in
Always,
action, and
always.
I've
If
I've
I am awake, I'm doing something.
something. So as much as I've known you, you are open also for to learn new things also. That I've observed and seen in you, and that is how you are into this Healy also, the one which you are wearing, and I'm also wearing it. So how has this also is this something which has helped you in giving you energies and helping? What ways it's helping you out?
Oh, definitely. When I was introduced to Healy, I was very convinced by this thought that frequencies work. So this was nothing new for me. Nobody had to actually convince me that this thing works. So I
Mhm.
already knew about quantum physics, and I have
Right.
total faith being a science student. So I already knew so much about quantum physics.
Mhm.
And Sri Ravi Shankar ji has always been telling us about wave
Mhm.
frequency and quantum physics. So I was already into it. But when I got this device, I realized there's something simpler. No, when we are
Mhm.
meditating, different meditations take us to
Mhm.
different chakras, different energies. So
Mhm.
this is a device where everybody can use it. Like I trained myself in art of living. I did a number of courses. I did that much of sadhana to get all
Right.
that. But I feel Healy is a very easy way out, and everybody can use it.
Use it.
Personally, for me, I had still that throat problem kind of stuff. After using Healy, my allergies came down drastically.
Oh,
So that
that's
was one
wonderful.
thing which I noticed in myself.
Mhm.
When my parents were down with COVID and they live in Delhi, they had come here. So they used Healy regularly for 3.5 months,
Mhm.
and they were back to their normal self. My father is 85 and my mother is
Oh,
75.
wonderful.
And it was hard to believe that they are back to normal.
Back to
And
normal.
that was very fast and
Yeah.
that was very quick.
I
So
have
everything
also
helped.
realized this because I also used Healy throughout, and like I didn't feel like I had COVID, but it was recovery was fast, and during COVID also it was very calm. So yeah, I could relate to what you are saying. So yes, ma'am,
And
you
a
can
holistic
continue.
approach. Allopathy is
Yes.
important, Ayurveda is important, Healy is important, meditations are important. So now is the time when we have to take everything together. Like I do
Right.
Marma also, so that is also one
Hmm.
pathy. Then I do Bash flower, that is also another pathy. So it is
Yeah.
not just allopathy. Besides that, we have to take an integrative approach to health.
Yeah, the holistic way. So as we know in quantum physics, also it's all entanglement. Everything
Yes,
is entangled and everything is connected,
interdependent.
interdependent
Yeah.
also. So all these therapies, when they are there, which we've forgotten, so we need to make them come forward, and we should, just combine everything, and then every recovery and everything is very faster. And जैसे आप तो अपने गर्भ संस्कार में सारा कुछ कर ही रहे हैं. So I've heard you do lectures for there's an app called iMom also. So you are a guest speaker there also. So can you just talk about little about that also?
This iMoms app is a beautiful app for pregnant women. And it takes you through your entire journey. Every day you have something to do. In that, some games to play, some music to listen, some meditations to do. So it is basically for the entire development of your baby. And in that, I have my videos in which I talk about every week, like week 1 of your pregnancy, this is what is happening and this is what you're supposed to do. So for 40 weeks, I have different videos in that app. And we keep getting guest speakers, all doctors, all trained, qualified doctors who come on our app and give us information about different topics, everything that our mothers to be need. And we have 2 sections in that. One is for the pregnancy and one is after the delivery, 2 years after delivery, because once the baby is born, again, the mom is lost. Right, so then we started a part 2 of that app. So in that, the pediatricians and so many doctors come and give lectures in that as well. So it's a complete app, and this was adjudged by the government as the best Indian app last year. So it is an absolutely Indian, made in India, make in India.
Make in India.
And 2 boys from IIT, they made this app. And we definitely have support of Dr. Jaideep Malhotra. She's a very senior gynecologist in Agra. And the entire Foxy Society is supporting that. There's so many doctors associated with the app, and it's the best thing that can happen to you, because it, again, holistic. All allopathy doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, and lot of base is on Garbh Sanskar even in that app.
I'm so happy, so many things are happening, and people don't even are not even aware that all these things are happening in our India, and we should take advantage of that. In fact, people are just enrolling themselves haywire, koi bhi program mein, just they enroll, they learn little bit. So this is after everything is so structured from the beginning to the time the child is 2 year or 3 year. So the journey for a lady who is pregnant, I think she can really enjoy her journey. You are bringing so much of happiness in her journey, and the baby and the mother both are having a good connect, good bond, and it's really, really wonderful to see that you are working in all this area. So I will now ask my audience, you can see जो भी आप जिनको भी जानते हैं pregnant हैं, you can get in touch with Dr. Anita also and see that app also, and make your journey more happier, and be alive and make your life more alive and happier. There's, as she said, कि कोई कारण ही नहीं है हमारे पास sad होने का. Actually कोई होता ही नहीं है. So what do you have to just give few tips to our audience so that they can get in touch with you, or they can whatever tips you would like to give to your audience today?
First thing is smile. Maintain that smile on your face.
Bilkul.
Don't wait for a photo to be clicked,
Right.
And see, the world has changed. Now nobody says smile and then they click a photo. So the photo can be clicked anytime. So keep smiling all the time. Be happy. Yes, definitely learn meditation, because that will teach you how to be calm. Whatever organization you want to get attached
I second that, because I myself have been meditating almost last 6 years, and I know the importance of meditation and how our thinking dimension can change, how we can increase our bandwidth once we do the meditation. So I really am with you on that also. We should learn meditation, and from wherever they are comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes. And if they want to join if they want to join any of our courses, we are also available, because we also help people to start with meditation. People say, मेरे पास आते हैं कई लोग, जब डॉक्टर को बोलते हैं कि हमसे तो बैठा ही नहीं जाता, हमसे concentrate ही नहीं होता, इतने thoughts दिमाग में आते हैं. So slowly and slowly I put them on 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and फिर अच्छा हो जाता है.
Slow and steady.
Yeah. So yes,
I
ma'am.
don't understand why people want to stop their thoughts. Nobody wants to stop their heart. Nobody wants to stop their breathing. So why
Right.
will thoughts stop? As long as we are alive and kicking, the thoughts will come and go. Don't
Mm,
get stuck. Don't get entangled in your thoughts. That is the nature of the mind. It will go in the
right.
past, it will go in the future. Just let it go. Aane do, jaane do.
Right, right. Yeah, that's the very important thing. Because कई लोग उससे घबरा जाते हैं कि इसलिए हम meditate नहीं करते हैं. So
Yeah.
that's a good tip. Anything else you would like to tell to our audience before we close the session for today?
We
And
really need to take care of the next generation.
yes,
And
yes.
the next generation needs our love and care from today. So all the youth, all the married couples, all the people who are planning to get married, please make sure that you create another Vivekananda, another leader. We are not here to create destroyers, Hitlers, terrorists, and all that. Only you can do it. Your child is not just your child. You are producing a child for the world. So produce a creator, somebody has love, somebody who has compassion, somebody who is understanding with all those uh, powers that they can distribute to the world. So for that, you have to be happy. You have to smile. You have to
Right,
take an action
right.
just
We
by
have to do.
thinking something. Tan man dhan se hoga. But
हाँ,
if you take an action, that action का result दिखेगा.
जी.
आम खाना है तो आम का पेड़ लगाना पड़ेगा ना.
हाँ, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। सीड भी डालने पड़ेंगे। सबसे पहले
Yes.
जैसे हम सीड्स डालेंगे, लाइक आई हैव अ वंडरफुल प्रोग्राम, क्रिएटर आर्ट मेरा एक प्रोग्राम है, जो हम ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में करते हैं सुबह। सो पीपल गेट इन देयर एंड दे अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ दैट मुहूर्त। बिकॉज़ कई बारी लोगों से एक्शंस नहीं लिए जाते हैं। तो जब हम उनको उस टाइम पे बुलाते हैं और उनको बेनिफिट समझाते हैं, तो वो एक्शंस फिर उनको वो एनर्जीज मिलती हैं नेचर से। as you are talking about nature, so nature gives us everything, it gives us energy also at that time. So when you do it certain things at that time, so means actions aane lag jate hain. So that is also a wonderful program that I am taking people on that journey.
And Brahma Muhurat is such a
Brahma,
beautiful
yes,
time to connect
जी,
with yourself. उसको
with
सो के
yourself,
मत बर्बाद करो.
बस
उसमें
बस
सो के तो नींद भी बहुत अच्छी आएगी. So when people say मेरी बहुत अच्छी
राइट।
नींद आती है.
सुबह
So
बोलते हैं
whatever
काफी
you
लोग,
do in Brahma Muhurat तो अच्छा ही होगा. So
अच्छा ही
do
होगा वो,
something.
something which
Do
creates.
something
So
more.
that's why I named it as creator hour, so we can create ourselves our own destinies. So thank you so much, doctor, for talking about on so many topics today. And our Healy community is also very happy to have you. And what is the one tip you would like to give to our Healy community also in the last before we disconnect?
To heal yourself emotionally and physically, use Heal.
Thank you so very much. It's such a wonderful thing. Yes, I agree with you. Totally agree with you. Thank you for taking out time, and thank you for giving us your valuable advices and tips. And I think we will take it forward, and everyone will take life very, very, joyfully, and we will be alive. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Namaste and thank you,
Namaste.
Bhavna ji. It was nice talking to you.
Same here,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am.